Some tea. I'm pretty sensitive to coffee. Pretty sensitive to caffeine, so I'm just having a nice tea. It's a good way to start out the Sunday. But anyways, that has nothing to do with jaw harping. And put away the corinding. That isn't tea, putting things away. That has nothing to do with what I'm going to talk about. This is just a little bit of a ramble on a Sunday, I guess. And anyways, so if you've been watching and you've seen my video on the American jaw harp, the Whitlow in E flat, I broke this reed. I actually broke the reed while I was playing it. It didn't break all the way through, but it is cracked, and that's due to the fact that it was over crimped. The reed, instead of sitting on a flatbed when it was crimped, it was bowed, causing it to curve like this, and reeds want to only curve in one direction. They want to flap when you're playing them and not be curved in the other directions. If you curve something in two directions, what you're going to get is like a piece of paper. Metals, or paper is just a thin, very thin version of a wood-like substance, just like strips of spring steel is just a thinner strip of a spring, but doesn't matter. Reed only wants to bow in one direction, just like this piece of paper, it wants to bow in one direction. If I curve it like that reed was when it was over crimped, when you try to bend it, it creates stress points. And it really doesn't work out, which is what happened to this reed. It cracked across. It didn't like being curved in one direction and having to curve in the other. And in fact, when it cracked, it did play a little bit better. It alleviated some of the stresses on the reed. With the reed like this, doesn't want to bend, whereas if it's curved in one direction, it will bend. But stress like that doesn't want to bend, eventually cracked. It was a recipe for failure. Now, it hasn't broke all the way through yet, but it will eventually, maybe. It does play a little bit better now that it's cracked. So I went ahead. These are supposed to be guaranteed for life. I got a hold of the manufacturer in Wisconsin, and super nice guy. No questions asked. He sent me another one tuned in E flat. I think it was about a month it took him to mail it to me. Still not overly sensitive, but the guarantee on these Whitlow harps, it is good. The owner's super nice. I talked to him for probably 10 minutes. He said this happens occasionally. It doesn't happen very often. I believe these are hand crimped into place, and he may have just put a little bit too much torque crimping it down. I see how that could happen, but you know, not a very sensitive harp, not really loud. I do like the sound of it, but the guarantee on them is good. If you break one, he'll get one in the mail right for you, so that's good in that effect. Onto this Masko Norevsky. If you watch the Christmas jaw harp edition, I got this Norevsky from Masko, and when I was unboxing it, something happened that I didn't notice. The owner of the company where I bought this from noticed. He said there were supposed to be some magnets sent with it, and I unboxed this right before we left. Me and my wife left to go see family for Christmas. And so I was in a hurry as I unboxed it. The second part of the unboxing I shot weeks later. But I took, you can watch in the video, I took two little magnets that were stuck on this, and I set them on the table, and then I ended up, in my talking points, I pounded the table. Those little tiny magnets went springing off. So these Norevsky does come with magnets. And it's not like a magnetic ball that comes with the Titan or that comes with a Phantom. They're two little flat magnets, and I'll be getting some more of those next time I order to see what it sounds like. But this actually should be a two-tone harp. The owner of the company where I ordered this from is nice enough. He said on my next order he would include a couple free magnets. So if you buy one of these, be mindful that when you unpackage it, two little pieces of metal will be stuck to here. Don't take them off, set them down, then forget about them, or pound the table and they go spring off. You can actually see at one point in the video that they're sitting there glistening on the table. I hit the table and boom, they spring off. Well, I've I've swept since then, and those magnets are gone. But this Norevsky, which I do really like, it will be a two-tone harp when I get those two magnets again. And I was wondering, like, this is an F sharp, but it's a lot longer than an average in D sharp, which is lower. The F sharp, which is longer because it has a stiffer reed. That's why he has such a stiff reed on this longer harp, because with the magnets, he has to have that extra rigidity, I think. Anyways, other updates on things. Subscriber Porky Miller got a hold of me with a good idea. And I've thought about this before, but no one has ever actually talked about it. And I just wanted to talk about it and see all y'all's thoughts about, over there in Europe, they have jaw harp festivals. And next year, I'm going to try to go to one or two of them and enjoy that. But here in the United States, here in North America, we don't have jaw harp festivals anymore. There used to be a North American jaw harp festival which ran for 10 years or better in Oregon, but we don't have a festival anymore that I know of. If anyone out there is putting on a festival, get a hold of me. I would love to hear about it. I would love to go to it, get some footage of a gathering of us fellow jaw harpists. So get a hold of me on that. If anyone has any thoughts on putting together a festival here in America, just post in the comments, what are your thoughts? What are things you'd like to see? Where would you like to have it? Where would be a great place to have it? Porky Miller was talking about maybe one for the Midwest, and I think that's a great idea. If anybody else has any comments, any suggestions, or any ideas for something like that for a festival, that would be great. Post that in the comments. And I'm not talking about a festival where we're trying to make a man in a suit a lot of money. I'm talking about a festival where people get together and enjoy music and share jaw harp skills, where kids can get on stage and play with amazing players from all over. That would be great. That is my vision for a festival for everyone, where everyone of all skill levels can get up on stage and show things and talk about things and just share this wonderful instrument. But that's going to be it for this Sunday ramble. Like, share, and subscribe for more harpery. Harp out.